Hey everybody, welcome back. Conversations with the formerly incarcerated, Voices Unchained. I'm Sean Kelly. This is my cool guest,
Desmond Stacks.
Desmond Stacks. We're down here at the Medford Farmers Market. And just before we begin, just wanted to shout out to the Medford Farmers Market. Awesome little venue here for local produce, keep the money flowing in the local economy. You know,
Right.
um, like I said last week, we care about our customers, we care about people. And big stores won't know your name when you come back next week. We'll miss you. So come on down. There's food trucks. There's fresh organic produce. There's artisans selling all sorts of good stuff. So come experience it for yourself.
Right.
So here we are. Yeah. And
Yeah.
we started the conversation this morning with just chatting about your journey down to visit your family.
Yeah.
And could you tell us a little bit about that and what was it like and what is it like in general? You know, the family is obviously a thing for everybody, and
Right.
when you go in a lot of situations, family just turns their back and walks away, and
Right.
in some situations that's not the case, and it's often a struggle then to engage with family when you come back, right? And
It is. It's been. I think the last time I was home to see my mom was probably like 2013, 2014,
wow,
and
so how many years ago was that? Like 10 years?
yeah,
Yeah, wow,
yeah, and we only live 5 hours away.
wow, okay, yeah,
So um, it was a trip well needed. I was gonna take down a friend with me or something like that, but I ended up saying, "No, I need to do this by myself." It was the first time where I was actually able to make a trip by myself, and go see what's up with my family.
first time,
So
yeah,
yeah, first time ever in my life where I didn't have to take a bus,
yeah,
or I was hurting or anything like that.
yeah.
So
Obviously you have a car now, and
yeah,
yeah, getting
yeah,
that together is a process, I'll bet.
a little bit,
Yeah,
but for the trip, I got a rental and stuff, so
nice,
I drove down in comfort, didn't have any worries at all.
nice.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
awesome.
it was pretty cool. I stopped at all the stops that I thought about stopping before, and just kind of took some pictures and
Yeah.
really soaked it up.
And where you were going, was that sort of an old community of yours that you lived in at one
Yeah, it
point?
was down in Stockton, California.
Stockton, California. Now,
Yeah,
Stockton has a reputation of being a certain way. You'll
yeah,
hear about a lot of stuff that goes on in Stockton, but is
yes,
it all true or?
yeah.
Yeah,
Stockton's pretty rough.
it's pretty rough down there, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where my mom was at out there, but she ended up being right in the middle of the hood.
She was right in the middle of the
So
hood, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
so you know, um, in situations like that, I'm comfortable.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I've got family out there. My brother is out there. Doing his thing or whatever, and you know,
yeah,
it was all right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when you went inside, did your mom ever turn her back on you and say like, I don't want anything to do with you anymore? Or has there been a complicated relationship?
I come from a long line of gangsters. So mom isn't really to a point where she can like look out, like financially. But when I did get a chance to call, she's supportive and expressing her love for me and how much she missed me because I'm her first. So
Yeah,
yeah, she just wanted her son back.
she wanted her son back. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, her firstborn. We just lost, my baby brother. So last year, so it was really important for me to go down and let her see my face, let her touch my face.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
yeah,
But it was an emotional time.
it was, going down there. I wouldn't have went if I didn't have the confidence that I'd be able to stay clean and sober because of that fact.
Right.
All the emotion that was going to come with it. and of course there was alcohol and weed at home. You know what I'm saying? And but my family respects me.
Your family
You
respects
know,
you, yeah.
I think it was offered to me once, and then after that, there was none of that disrespectful stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah,
How, I mean, that is a pretty intense situation, I guess, to be around family with all the emotions present, and then to have alcohol and weed and drugs in the mix or
yeah,
whatever in the mix, you know,
yeah,
and just for you to be able to say that you were able to not touch any of it and stay kind of in your center, that's huge.
yeah. I think I actually got to see my family, the my real family, you know, for what it really was, and shit, for the first time in my life, with me being uh, clean and sober and criminality free. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I felt a sense of pride and stuff because I know that's my mom's biggest thing is you know, she doesn't want to bury another one of her sons. So my sobriety and the things that I do out here in Oregon, um, it's a foundation for me and a foundation for her heart as well.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I felt pretty good about the situation, but I did not. I plan on staying uh, Friday through Sunday. Um, but I chose to come back after my mom made me dinner on Saturday.
So you kind of cut it short there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw everybody that I needed to see, you know, and let them see me, and
yeah.
anybody that didn't see me is like, okay, I guess it wasn't that important for them to be there, but everybody that needed to be there was.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I got to hug one of my aunts for the first time. You know, her son won like 3 gold medals in the Olympics recently.
Wow,
You
that's
know,
amazing.
Roderick.
3 gold medals in the Olympics.
Yeah,
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah, he's out there doing his thing. And you know, my little sister missed me so much. That girl, she just loves her brother so
Your
much.
little
You know
sister,
what I'm
huh?
saying? Yeah,
Yeah,
my sister Crystal, she's amazing, amazing young lady.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
So it sounds like a very fruitful trip all over, and
yeah,
just this piece of connecting with family is important, isn't it? And
yeah.
just from a standpoint of being in prison and being incarcerated, could you say more about that? Like how how it is in there um, with with your family on the outside in various situations, and what you know we often talk about, folks coming out of prison and not being able to integrate back into the community, and a
Right,
lot of that part of integrating back into the community is kind of because community is family,
right.
it's group, and so what's it like, or you should say
Well,
more about it.
the biggest thing with my family is the distance. You
The
know,
distance, right? They were down
and
in Stockton, you're up
yeah,
here in Oregon.
yeah,
Yeah.
5 hour drive. You know,
Did they go come visit you when you were inside?
no,
No.
I didn't get any visits while I was inside.
What was that like? Was that
I
hard for you, or not really?
No, I don't do my time like that. Um, you know, I was so used to going in and out of jail and stuff like that. That you know, when I go in, um, you're not going to get a phone call from me. You're not going to get a bunch of letters from me. You know, begging for you to put money on my books or come and see me. You know, I just never want to put that kind of pressure on anybody.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
or uh, you know, somebody say, you know, yeah, I'll come see you just to make you smile for the moment. You know, I don't want to give them a chance to have to lie to me and then let me down. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so you but my family is really supportive. You know, I hear from every morning, and going down there, it made me realize how much they truly love me unconditionally.
That's it.
No
That's
matter
right.
what the hell I'm doing, they're gonna
Yeah.
love me.
Well, that's a good word, unconditional love, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
usually moms and family represent that in most people's lives, and or in many people's lives, and
right,
that's a just a beautiful thing to kind of acknowledge. How regardless of what you've been through or what has happened in your life, your
right.
family are there for you.
Right. And the thing about it is, when I was out here in my addiction, committing crimes and stuff, I completely forgot I had a family.
You completely forgot you had a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I could have easily called mom and hopped on a bus and went home at any time, but I didn't. It
Inter-
didn't register.
Didn't register. Yeah,
No.
interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Why do you think that was? Just because of the self-absorption of addiction, and you kind of don't really.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of people outside of that bubble, right?
It's a one track mind. Either it was, um, getting in the car to make money, re up, or um, you know, play. And I didn't feel like I had enough time to stop what I was doing, to go home,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But that's changing.
That's changing. Yeah,
Yeah,
clearly. Yeah, yeah.
I plan on heading back down there, every other month or so, because I know it's really important to my mom to see me. She expressed the fact that she's glad that I finally pulled it together. So when it's time, there's somebody there that she can count on to take care of her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
So,
awesome. And the, one sec, the duck, yeah, they're duck eggs.
Oh, they are duck eggs, ma'am.
And
Yes.
yeah.
yeah. So
So
yeah,
yeah,
I really enjoyed the trip, and it made my mission here even that much more clear that I need to stay the course. Stay at Golden Rule.
yeah.
Helping out the formerly incarcerated, because most of the men in my family are either incarcerated or formerly incarcerated.
Could you say a little bit about that? Like you mentioned earlier on about most of your family were gangsters or
Yeah,
whatever it was, but
yeah.
do you feel comfortable?
My all my uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins. Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's affiliated.
everybody's affiliated.
Yeah,
So you come from a line of that in a certain way, right?
yeah,
Yeah. And so in a way, you're kind of you're stopping the book here where you
yeah.
are, and carving out a completely different path for yourself,
New legacy.
new legacy. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
How does that feel like to be in a way representing your family in a different light?
Well, I think my family is like a hand, and everybody's playing their position. I
Yeah,
have a brother that's a cop. I've got few brothers that's out there in the streets, affiliated, doing their thing. Um, it's everybody's playing their position. Mom is there for when you get sick, or you just come home from jail. You lay on the couch for about 2 days before she gets irritated with you,
yeah,
and so it's time to get up and go do something.
yeah,
She'll feed you. I got you know my aunt sis. She's pretty cool too. Just
yeah.
shooting out love.
Shooting out
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
Nice. Mm,
So
yeah,
everybody's there for a reason, and with me doing my peer support and being a positive member in my community really is helping my family have a more of a balance. Because they're watching every move, and their minds are changing a little bit about some things.
their
So
minds are changing.
yeah,
Yeah.
for the positive.
Like in what ways?
you know, you don't get the whole, oh, you're Uncle Tom, you're trying to, conform to, you know, uh, what the white man is doing and stuff like that. They see it's healthy for me, what I'm doing,
Yeah,
and so they're respecting it and they're actually giving it a good look,
yeah, yeah.
So
So they're behind you in your journey,
yeah,
your current journey, on your current
yeah.
path.
I mean, I come from generational trauma,
Yes.
so it's really important for me to continue moving forward, and they see the positive that I'm doing in the community and within myself.
Within yourself. Yeah.
The choices that I'm making, and the way I carry myself.
Nice. Yeah. And
Yeah,
that sends ripples out to them on a certain level, doesn't it?
it does. It makes me that safe person that they can call,
Yeah.
and they know I'm still going to be there no matter what.
So now you can be you're a support for them in a certain way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly where I should be. I'm the oldest, of my siblings. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So you're the oldest. So in a way, you're like the family. You know, what in the old days, where I come from in Ireland, you have the oldest brother usually is the
I'm the
stakeholder or the one that sort
I
of
am the
holds it together.
general.
You're the general. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
So
Hmm.
yeah.
How does that feel in yourself to be that? And is
Um,
there a sense of responsibility that comes with it, or is
it's a
there?
big responsibility.
Yeah.
Something happens to mom or one of my siblings. It's gonna be left up to me to
Yeah.
take care of things. I would
Yeah.
like in a perfect world to get to a point where I can go down there and get her in the car and bring her up here so I can have her closer to me. But
Yeah.
she has too many grandkids down there, to leave them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's interesting. The word responsibility. I just brought that up, and um, when did you really feel like you had that, or you were able to sort of connect with that sense of responsibility to others? I mean, talking here about your family in particular, but it's just an interesting word because I think a lot of folks who are struggling and down now don't really have the capacity to find that, or I don't say don't, but sometimes it's hard to find that
Yeah.
sense of responsibility to yourself and to others. But
Yeah. Well, there's everybody's watching me out here. The people I used to run with, I see people, daily, and they look worse than they did last time I saw them. And by me, you know, being healthy, looking healthy, making healthy choices, it might spark something in them. So yeah, I do have a responsibility to carry on and stuff, and um, show them that it's real and it can be done.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah,
So, but I know there's only so much I can give. I have to refill my cup. So I do stuff like
that's right.
uh, I'm on the safety team at church. I give back. You know, I get my job. I get to sit and talk with people all the time and help them from one point to another. You
Beautiful.
know, my boss, she's a wonderful lady. She loves, and you can't help but to uh, feel her aura, her presence and stuff.
Yeah,
So that all that comes out in you. I
yeah,
have a big responsibility. Anytime I step out in the house, if I'm taking a shower, you know,
yeah.
I'm representing myself and Golden Rule and this community,
Beautiful.
and I take it really seriously.
You do, and I see that in you. Yeah, it's beautiful. And so then, just in relation to other family members, like you mentioned your daughter a
Mhm.
few times, and is there anything you want to share about your relationship with your daughter? And I work with kids who have parents in prison
Mhm.
and who are at risk of going to prison as one of the folks that I work, one of the section populations that I work with,
Yeah.
and it really has a impact on the kids. You know what I mean? Like to
It
witness their
does.
parents coming in and out of prison to just they're like sponges. They take it on,
Yeah.
and it has a serious impact on them. And in many cases, they end up just going down the same pathway as their parents, and because that's what they were sort of, you know, that's what was modeled at home. But
Right.
what's it been like with you and your daughter? And
Well, my daughter, she's a pretty amazing kid, but she's also really hurt and traumatized about me going in and out of prison. You know, she's still in the watching me phase to see if this is going to last. I have to earn back that trust.
yeah,
Um,
so at this point, you kind of have her trust, or is it still
uh,
kind of
right now, she's watching.
right now she's
She's
watching? Yeah,
still very angry.
yeah,
You know, hopefully, one day, she'll pop up and have the correct attitude to where we both can communicate. Right now she's just mean, and when she's mean to me, I can only take so much.
yeah.
I'm not gonna have my kid cussing at me or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
Hopefully she's getting it out of her system and she can see um, what's really going on now that her dad has completely freaking changed everything, and that I'm here for her.
Yeah.
She knows that I don't care if she has, if I haven't talked to her in 10 a million years, my door's always open to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She can walk through my door or freaking pop up next to me on the streets or whatever, and it's not gonna be any, I'm mad at you type shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all love.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's my heart.
Yeah. But there is a, she's still kind of watching you, and
Oh
she's
yeah.
not completely. She wants to. Obviously, she's seen you go through a lot, and it's sort of it has had a huge impact on her and her
A,
life, and
a
it makes
lot of the
sense that
stuff that she went through is because I wasn't there.
a
You
lot of the
know.
stuff she went through is because you weren't there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
When I before I went to prison that first time, she was with me, 5 6 days out of the week, and then I up and disappeared on her because I was making choices without thinking about her first.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
um, so yeah, she has every right to be angry with me. So from
Yeah.
what I hear, you know she had to deal with a lot of bullshit that I wouldn't have allowed for her to be around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. She
yeah,
has to deal with a lot. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't blame her. A lot
Yeah.
of times when she's cussing at me, I'm pretty proud of her. you know,
Yeah, because in a way she's expressing herself.
yeah, she's
And she's letting you
expressing
know she's being
herself.
real, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's getting it out. She's so much like me. It's not even funny. I was really tough on my dad. Too, and it's just like, man, don't come in here trying to boss nothing. You know, sit back, chill out. You can be in my space as long as I allow you to. The second that you screw up, buddy, is the can for you. So
Yeah.
with her uh, doing that, acting that way with me, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I mean, right now I can't help but smile because she's all me. If she ever sees this, she's probably really pissed off right now, saying no, she's not. But she is so
she,
much like me.
she is very much like you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
be pretty fucking mean when she wants to. When it's coming to her heart,
When
you
it comes to
know.
her heart, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's one
Yeah.
thing about me. You can do a lot to me, or be out there being a dirtbag or whatever. But when it affects my heart, that's when we're gonna have issues.
Yeah. That's when it's gonna be, yeah.
Yeah,
That's when you're gonna have issues,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So it's a complicated relationship. I mean, what relationship isn't, right? We're kind of complex creatures, human beings,
Right.
but this particular dynamic between father and daughter, especially with your history and
Yeah.
what you guys have been through, and so at this point, I guess, where do you see it going, or what kind of support is needed, or what kind of support are you getting, and just because I'm sure there are many folks in the same position coming out of prison, having to engage with family, especially daughters and sons, and um,
Um, I have a wonderful supervisor and a boss that pays attention to what I'm doing, and I talk to them a little bit. Our best friend,
yeah,
Angela, who I talk to about stuff, and they're there, but there's not really a whole lot we can do. Everything's going to take time,
everything's
you
gonna take
know,
time. Yeah,
time and healing.
these are duck eggs, and I don't know. No, no, no boy ducks. No.
Yeah, so everything's going to take time, and I'm good with that, because right now
Yeah,
I'm building my career, my foundation. So
yeah,
she'll
yeah.
pop up.
She'll pop up,
Yeah.
and in terms of like support for her, is she getting support, or
I know she's seeing a
she's
therapist.
seeing a therapist? Oh,
So
cool.
yeah.
Do you ever get included in those sessions at all, or is that
I haven't.
yeah?
I thought about it, and her mother, she brought it up to her. I've written a couple of letters, and they're working through it.
They're working through it. Yeah,
So it'll get to a point where, you know, um, she's gonna want to sit down with me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I have an issue with people knowing that I'm doing stuff and it getting back to my daughter before I can tell her. She
Yeah.
really she wants to be the first to know everything.
Yeah.
And it's nothing bad.
Right.
Even good stuff. She wants to be the first to know.
She wants to be the first to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she really wants her dad. She really wants to be in a certain position with me. And I mean, little does she know, she has that position with me. She's just not around or communicating well enough to be right here in my space.
Right.
So because my sanity and my sobriety comes first,
Without that, yeah,
you
you
know,
really can't have a relationship with
no,
her at all, right? Or
period.
any kind of real relationship with her, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I won't tolerate it
Right.
from anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think she understands that?
If she don't, she'll figure it out. She's a smart girl. She
She's a
has
smart girl.
two master's degrees, and
Wow.
one in psychology and one in anthropology.
Oh my
So
God, she's a smart cookie then.
yeah,
Yeah.
she just has very little life experience right now. So,
Yeah.
but she'll get it.
She'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm hearing is that you're a presence in her life very consistently right now. And
Well, right now I'm out here and I don't talk to her.
oh, I'm sorry, I made
Yeah.
an assumption there.
Yeah, I don't talk to her.
You don't talk to her, okay?
No, because I refuse to communicate on a certain level. There shouldn't be any abuse,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I'm just not for it.
Yeah.
It's not healthy for me or her.
It's not healthy for you
No.
or her to be in an abusive kind of dialogue about anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I can only take so much before I bite back. And
Yeah.
she's so much like me. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be poor communication.
Poor communication. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And is there something on your end like that is needed to help sort of move it forward, or is it just more of a
just time.
just time? Yeah.
Seeing me
Yeah.
moving forward, not going in and out of jail.
Yeah.
PO not being upset with me, looking for me. Me not out using, committing crime. She needs to see that.
She needs to see that.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
know,
That's fair enough though, huh?
give her some time and she'll see it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not too much worried about it.
You're not too much worried about it. Yeah.
No.
And let's say she does see this tape at some point. Is there anything you'd want to say to her just right now in this moment?
I miss you, kiddo. And my door's always open. My number has not changed. I'm here. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Desmond. This is our conversation today. We didn't know what the theme was going to be, but family is a really good one, because I guess family just brings up so much for all of us, and it's where we bond with others, and it's when you go back to the early childhood stuff, it's just everything. There's so much in there, and then add in trauma and incarceration, and it's a very complex topic. And
Right.
so I appreciate you just jumping right into it, and maybe we can flush out more, because
Yeah.
it is complex as all human relationships are,
Right.
but this one in particular has a certain flavor to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But in terms of, but I guess I bring it up because we're talking about reentry and we're talking about reintegrating back into the community.
Yeah.
And your first community is your family, right?
Right.
And so that is a huge piece of reintegrating. And some people just maybe it'll never happen, and they needed to break up from their family and find a new human family, as in other folks, other people, and that's
You have to
happened.
find yourself before anything else will work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm blessed enough to have people from Golden Rule and Recovery Cafe, Pathfinders,
Yeah.
Work Source, all those places that's looked out for me. Rogue Retreat.
So many good people out there.
Yeah, so many people, all cities.
All cities. So in a way, these people are your family.
Are my family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That there's people in the community that you consider family.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they've been the ones that have been really there for you and helped you out and supported you in so many different ways.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I had so much support until I start hearing from other people, what the different organizations are saying about me. So, you know,
Yeah.
and it's all positive, all good, and you know, everybody wants to. They're sitting back watching the growth and stuff. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm all right with it.
Nice. Thank you so much, Desmond.
Yeah.
I like your hat today, boss. What is it? Boss make money.
Yeah, I got it because it was Golden Rule colors.
Oh yeah,
You
right.
know, it
Yeah,
has to go.
the
I
black
always have to
and
match.
yellow, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. And you guys are doing a little graduation party down there today, huh?
yeah, we're having a graduation today for our program guys.
Nice.
So
Well deserved.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much, brother.
You're
Once
welcome.
again, another round. Boom. 30 minutes.